What about this? What about that? Peace, folk, and welcome back to another edition of the Prophet of Thought series right here on the old T.P.O.T. YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why your black asses are here. Now today, this is one of the What About series. And today we are in the court of the Honorable Judge Kenneth King. And usually when I bring y'all these court cases, it's usually pretty serious. But today I thought I would bring y'all just a bit of ratchetry. And you're going to see for yourself what happens when jesters come to the king's court. So, without further delay, let's get at it. And as always, Negroes, fair use. Well, all right. As stated, we are in the courtroom of the Honorable Kenneth King, and as I refer to it as the King's Court. What you're about to see now is probable cause hearings, preliminary exams, something that I brought you good folk before. And with the preliminary exams, what usually happens is you come before a court, you know, when you're accused of a felony, and they see if there's enough evidence to go forward, you know, with the case. And you're about to see someone who's charged with some type of, I believe it's some type of assault or some type of battery. And in this particular case, because usually the people don't show up and the case gets dismissed. But in this particular case here, the person actually shows up. So let's go ahead and get at it. And as always, fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
Calling case 2260569, People of the State of Michigan versus Daja Renee Brown. Defendants charged in count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 3, assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 4, assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 5 and 6, felony firearm. Count 7, domestic violence. Count 8, assault or assault with battery. Appearances for the record.
Now this is a female, and she's charged with like 8 different felonies. All right, 8 different felonies. This is a woman, y'all. But we continue.
Your Honor, Shelley Train for the People, P number 60249.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney of the bail on behalf of Ms. Brown. P number is 61827.
Tell me your name for the record, ma'am.
Asia Brown.
There's a date and time set for exam. Are we ready to proceed?
I am prepared to proceed at this time, Your Honor. I have one witness.
Okay, call your witness.
Now, like I said, usually when they do these things, oftentimes the people don't show up. So, I mean, if you don't show up to this preliminary exam and you're a complaining witness, Judge King will just dismiss it outright. All right. If this person shows up to court, their lawyer has requested a preliminary exam, and you're the complaining witness. If you don't show up, Judge King just dismisses it. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
At this time, the people would call Dominique White.
I guess they waiting for the witness to come through. Maybe they outside smoking a cigarette or something.
Tell me your name and spell it for me.
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
Johnny White.
Spell it for me.
T.P.O.T.
Last name?
White. W.H.I.T.
W-H-I-T-E. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Please have a seat in the witness box next to me. Here, take it right here, man. Open up that door just below me.
Now, if you look in your left-hand corner, that's the complaining witness. You see Judge King giving her a microphone so everybody can hear what she got to say. So she's coming to the stage. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use. This is our complaining witness.
May begin when you're ready.
Thank you. Good morning. Please state your name once again for the record.
Johnny White.
All right. And Ms. White, I'm going to be asking you some questions. If you don't understand something or if you want me to repeat it, please let me know, all right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. White, I want to bring your attention back to the date of October 30th of last year, 2022. Do you remember that date?
Yes.
Damn, what's going on with brother at the bottom, boy? He looked like he done he done been through it. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
And where were you on that date?
In my home.
In your home?
At my home. Yes.
Okay, and what happened when you were at your home?
Deja Brown and her mother pulled up to pick her kids up.
Okay, let me stop you right there. So first of all, where is your home located?
Sussex, Finkel,
On Sussex and Pickle?
Finkel, between Finkel and Shelton.
Okay, and is that in the city of Detroit, the county of Wayne?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And when you were at your home, were you there alone or were you with anyone else?
My child's father, our kids, nieces and nephews.
You know what? We're going to speed through some of this because it gets long and drawn out, and let's move it up a little bit. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's going on here.
She was trying to eat what we having words. I walked down on my porch and she put her hand in her pocket. I said, what's up? I said, no, I'm gonna get no first fight out of you. So now me and her arguing, me and her mother's arguing. Because me and her mother's arguing, she runs up on me.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry.
Okay, we're going to speed up again because this is boring too. See where we at now.
I couldn't see him, I'm running up in the house. Yeah, Kevin jumps in the way, he calls the police. Then your mama said, come on, let's go. Hold on.
Okay, so let's back up just a little bit here. So you are Mace and you are running to go into the house,
Yes.
correct? Why are you gonna go in?
All right.
To wash my face.
To wash your face.
We're going to speed past this too.
Never said anything about her kids,
So her, no, that was social media.
but to her,
To her,
okay. So anyway, on the phone, texting,
yes.
okay, this is going on constantly for 3 years, correct? At any time during these 3 years with your dislike for her, had there ever been any physical altercation other than this incident on October?
Yeah, they get to piss on me.
Huh?
They get to piss on me.
All right. Let's kind of summarize what's going on here. This lady here, the one you see the top left-hand corner with her arms folded, we'll get into that later too. She's accused of assaulting this woman. Y'all heard the charges read out. She got like 8 different felonies, felony firearm, all types of assaults, you name it. And the lady that's on the stand right now, she's being questioned by this woman's attorney, right? Because they're trying to, like I said, this is a preliminary exam. So what they're doing is seeing if there's enough evidence here for this case to move forward. So the district attorney has already questioned the woman. I zoomed past that. I didn't want to bore y'all with that. Now, this woman's attorney is questioning her as well. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
Okay, so I was just like,
First charge is on
at
her too.
least, okay, at least verbal assaulting on social media, phone, and whatever was being done by both parties, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did Kevin call Ms. Brown to tell her to come get her daughter, that she had been harmed?
He was already, it was her pickup, it was the pickup day, so it was.
Okay, we're going to speed past this too. Let's get down a little further. That's basically it's just a bunch of gobbledygook. What happened? Where was y'all at? When did this happen? When did that happen? So let's get here. And look, you see the look on the judge's face? He's like, oh God, these black hoes are stupid. Look at him. Look at Judge King's face. Look at his posture. All of us brothers have had this look on our face before, right? We listen to these women go back and forth about a bunch of crap that doesn't mean anything. We have this same posture and this same look. Because in our minds, we're asking ourselves, when will this be over? But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
No,
They just said she, and you didn't know, and you didn't turn around to see who it was, right? Okay. Now, about these scratches that you say you incurred because she stabbed you or scraped you, isn't it true when the officers came that they told you that those did not look like stab wounds, they just looked like scratches?
no,
And EMS told you that also?
no, I don't know where you got that information.
All right, it'll come out later. But anyway,
On top, I got a video of Deja
Well, they did.
saying that's what I did.
so then the officers tell you that it didn't look like they were
No,
stabbed,
the
they
officer
looked
tell me
like
that.
scratches.
Who told you that? How can an officer tell you what mine look like?
I don't have to tell you, it'll come out, it's on the
It's
video.
gonna come out. And I got the video of Deja
Okay,
flashing a gun.
All right.
And told her how I had her running up in the house.
Now you hear this, right? She's up there. Now she's a witness on the witness stand. And she's arguing with the attorney while she's being questioned. I mean, these people don't even know how to conduct themselves in court. Like they can't do it. They cannot do it. All right? They cannot do it. They are jesters in the court, answering questions that aren't being asked. And when the question is asked, a specific question is asked, guess what? Instead of answering the question, they ask another question. He asked her a question and she was like, oh, who told you that? He's a lawyer. He's reading it from a piece of paper. No one told him anything. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
okay.
Y'all want me to up that video right now? Cause I got that video as well. We can end it right now.
She like, you want me to get that video right now? We can get that video right now. But we continue. Let me see. You know what? We're going to speed past this too. All right. I think where we are now, right? I think these are the lawyers making their pitch for the case. Well, the district attorney's making their pitch for the case to go ahead and be bound over. And of course, the defense attorney is going to make the pitch for the case not to be bound over. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
verbally about who did it. She wanted to make a live video. Ain't nobody did nothing to my face.
Objection.
Tell them how I had you running up in the house.
This is out of
Tell them I had you running up in the house.
preliminary exam. This is out of scope. That has no
Find
relation
different
to the
guns.
issue at hand, to the issue at hand on October the
You
3rd.
said we gonna find out the truth.
Yes.
You see the judge is like, ma'am, shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. So we didn't get to the bind over part yet. I guess this is the district attorney doing some redirect. So let's get down. Let me see what this is here.
That's not what she's moving the bind over on.
Oh, okay, just the
Moving the
ninth.
bind over on the 9th,
Okay,
on the pepper spray.
okay. All right, Your Honor, then. Let me see this.
Lawyer's looking a little
Okay,
unprepared.
I guess yeah, that's to be determined because it's still disputable as to whether she even cut her with the knife, because,
Again, is that the question?
no, you're right, correct, you're right. So, okay, so other than that, then, let's see.
I don't think this lady's lawyer is that good. He's looking a little unprepared. His questioning is a little erroneous and off. So, yeah, he must be a public defender. He must be a public defender. And what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and zoom past some of this because, like I said, it's kind of boring. It's not really going anywhere. Let's see here. Let me see what's going on here.
Oh, one other question before you go, y'all. I would like to also ask, since if Ms. Brown's tethers could be removed.
Haven't gotten to that part yet, sir.
Oh, okay.
Moving the bind over.
Okay,
Court, after hearing the testimony of the complaining witness, is satisfied that people have met their burden of probable cause as it relates to count 2.
Now, the judge has, because I believe that other lady is off the stand now. I think the judge is binding over some of the cases. I know some of them he's going to throw out, but some of them he's binding over because this lady came in and testified, and she's been able to convince Judge King that this stuff really happened. So they're going to go further. Matter of fact, let me back up. Let me see. Let's back up a bit here. Let's back up. Let's back up a bit here.
And also, one other question. When you when you heard and saw the arguing outside, you decided to come outside then? When you were inside, you came outside? Did you have any weapons with you? Did you have a knife? Did you have a gun? Did you have any mace?
No.
All right, thank you. I have no further questions.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down and shut your ass up.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah, the witnesses for the people.
Your Honor, I have no further.
Okay, there's our complaining witness with the lumberjack shirt on. Right? Now, good thing these deputies are in this courtroom, because something tells me that if they weren't, a fight would break out.
Any witnesses for the defense?
no, Your Honor.
People?
Testimony. I am asking the court to bind over on counts 2, 4, and 8. The language we recommend.
Okay, you heard the district attorney. Even though she's charged with 8 felonies, the district attorney is only asking to bind over 3 of them because the district attorney isn't even convinced that the other 5 took place. But she's convinced that 3 of them did. So she's asking the court to go ahead and proceed with those 3 cases. So 5 of her cases are going to go away because the district attorney is only asking to proceed on 3.
Yes, I would like to ask the prosecutor, are 2, 4, and 8 are all counts being, you're removing that's involving Mr. Moore? Okay.
Now, of course, the defense attorney is going to get up here and be like, look, Your Honor, I need all these dismissed. Even the 3 that she won't. I want those dismissed too. Basically.
All right, Your Honor, I agree with the dismissal of other counts. The fact that all counts against Mr. Moore, be dismissed today, and it seems like it could be that. So I've been asked that 2, 4, and 8 be dismissed, Your Honor, due to the fact that there was no intent on Ms. Brown's part to go over there to get into anything.
Tell me why this wouldn't be a question of fact to be determined by a trier of fact.
Because she didn't have a gun. No one never saw a gun, never saw her.
That's not what she's moving to find over on.
Oh, okay, just the
Moving to
knife.
find over on the knife,
Okay,
on the pepper spray.
okay. All right, Your Honor, then.
Now, her damn attorney, he's trying to get him to dismiss on the basis of she didn't have a gun, but the gun charges, the district attorney isn't even asking for those cases to be, held over. So I don't even know what the defense attorney is arguing at this point. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
Let's see here. Okay, which I guess that's to be determined because it's still disputable as to whether she even cut her with the knife, because
Again, is that a question of fact?
no, you're right, correct, you're right. So, okay, so other than that, then, let's see. Well, I would just like to have it dismissed based on the grounds that Ms. White is the one that was aggressive and upscaled the incident to where it became an
For the sake
escalation.
of argument, let's say you're right, that she did provoke the whole thing.
Yeah.
When you interject a weapon into it, that takes into a whole new stratosphere, does it not?
See that? Because this is how Judge King operates. I mean, because if you initiate something and it turns into a fight or whatever, Judge King isn't really going to care about it that much. He might mess around and dismiss it. But if the fight goes further, like you bring out a knife or a stick, and I believe this woman here with her arms folded had a knife and pepper spray is the alleged accusation. So what Judge King is saying here is that, fine, she might have initiated the fight, but while they were in the midst of fighting, the lady said that she pulled out a knife, she cut her, and she pepper sprayed her. Now, Judge King, when he hears that, he's going to move forward on that because, see, even though y'all were fighting, you were the one who pulled out the knife. You were the one who had the pepper spray and pepper sprayed the person. So now you've taken it to another level. So he's not even going to consider the fact that the other person started it now. Do y'all remember the other day when I brought y'all a case, right? And this dude was accused of assaulting this woman, right? And the woman had hit him first. And he headbutted her after she hit him. Judge King didn't care about the fact that he had headbutted her because he told her, look, you hit him first, so if he hit you back, I'm not going to consider that. The only reason why that case went forward is because after he had headbutted her, he went out of the house, came back, and choked her. After that, he said that if that had happened while they were fighting, he would have dismissed that too. Because if she had struck him and he responded with choking her, because Judge King operates like this. If you hit someone, you can't now complain to the court about them doing something to you. He will dismiss it immediately. Even if you're a woman, because I've seen him do it. If you strike a man and he knock your ass out, when they arrest you and you come to court and say that you hit him first and he knocked you out afterwards, Judge King is dismissing it. Yes, because that's how this brother operates. I like this judge, all right? He don't go for the BS, and he don't assume that you have the right to put your hands on somebody because your ass got a vagina. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
Okay, yeah, which is a question of fact as to whether or not she has it. Okay, Your Honor.
All right. After hearing the testimony of
one other question before you go, Your Honor. I would like to also ask, since this, if Ms. Brown's tether could be removed.
having
Now he's asking for her tether to be removed. Now, mind you, the reason why she has it is because she's accused of 8 separate felonies. A couple of them involved with firearms. She's accused of stabbing somebody. She's accused of assaulting somebody. She's accused of pepper spraying somebody. I don't even know how the hell she got out. Well, actually, yes. I mean, because when it comes to this kind of stuff, Judge King is pretty fair. If you don't have a lengthy criminal history and warrants in your background and all that kind of stuff, he'll let you out on a signature bond, depending on, you know, the circumstances or the evidence before him. I mean, obviously, she was charged with 8 felonies. The district attorney is only trying to proceed with 3. So that tells me that those other 5 was BS to begin with. All right. Yeah, they were BS. That's why the district attorney isn't even asking about them. She's only asking about 3 of them. So the other 5, Judge King is just going to dismiss them. But she was accused of these things. Therefore, that's why she has the tether. And those of you who don't know what a tether is, it's like a GPS monitor. I guess they wear it on their ankle, and it kind of keeps track of you. They know where you are. They know if you go to this person's house or not, you know, because they kind of tracking you. So her lawyer is asking that hers be removed, which I don't think Judge King is going to do. I haven't seen him do that, where he lets a person gets their tether removed. The only way they get their tether removed is if he dismisses the case outright. Then, of course, they'll remove it right then and there that day. But if the case is still going on, the tether's going to stay on to the end. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
That's that part yet, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Her lawyer sucks, but we continue.
Court, after hearing the testimony of the complaining witness, is satisfied that people have met their burden of probable cause as it relates to count 2, assault with a dangerous weapon, that is the alleged knife. Count 4, assault with a dangerous weapon, that is the...
Now, I want y'all to take a look at this woman here, right? In the top left corner. Now, the whole time this has been going on, this woman has been sitting here with her arms folded. And now she's standing here with her arms folded. I'm going to be honest with you. When I see a woman do that for that long, that is one disagreeable, belligerent, uncivilized person. And I'll tell you why. When you stand when your arms are folded like this is what you call a closed posture or a guarded posture. Meaning you are guarding something or yourself. This is what you see bouncers at nightclubs do when they stand outside of a door. This is called the guarded posture. And with this type of situation, in this type of circumstance that you're seeing before you, you probably want to have more of an open posture. Now, it's my belief. Now, I'm not a psychologist, but it's my belief. When something like this is going on, you're being accused of something, and you have a guarded posture. It seems like to me you're doing this to keep yourself from exploding, to keep yourself from yelling out, shouting out, being belligerent. That's kind of how it appears. Remember, I told y'all earlier we was going to talk about this, because she's been like this since the very beginning while all of this was going on. While all this was going on, this is how she was. She's fuming on the inside right now. Yeah, she's fuming. She can barely contain herself. And guess what? Y'all about to see what I'm talking about. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
Alleged pepper spray. And the assault and battery in count 8 is a misdemeanor, which will go over with felonies. Court will dismiss count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon. Gun. Court will dismiss count 3, assault with a dangerous weapon. Also a gun. Court will dismiss count 5 and 6, felony firearm. And count 7, domestic violence. The court finding counts 2, 4, and 8 were committed in the city of Detroit. The court finding probable cause to believe this defendant committed will bind the defendant over to Wayne County 3rd Circuit Court.
Yep. Right. More often than not, one thing about the judge, the district attorney has his ear. You have to have a really good defense attorney to circumvent that. She asked for 2, 4, and 8. Guess what? Those are the ones he's going to proceed with. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use. And peep the top left-hand corner.
Division for proceedings. Her arraignment on the information, date, and time will be January 23rd, 2022 at 9 o'clock p.m. You want to address bond?
Yes, you said January 23rd,
Yes, sir.
9 o'clock, okay? Yes, Your Honor. I would just like to request if the court for bond purposes would have the tether on Ms. Brown removed.
Why would I do that?
He said, why would I do that? But we continue.
Due to the dismissal of the other counts, and Ms. Brown has proved that.
So understand the purpose of her wearing this tether in the first place is to make sure that she does not come in contact with the plaintiff witness, first and foremost, and that we not lose track of injury. So how does the fact that those weapons or those charges that were alleged that involved a weapon, those have been dismissed? Why does that change the fact that she should have whether she should have a tether?
Because as we stated, Your Honor, a still hasn't been proven about the other weapons, which is a disputed fact, which we're gonna have to resolve later. But she's shown that she's not gonna be a big risk, or she's gonna appear for
My concern is that the defendant allegedly came to her house, and by this complaining witness's testimony, she was not supposed to be coming to the house to get her children. And other arrangements had been made whereas the mother would come to get those. So I think that I'm going to leave that tether, not only for the protection of the complaining witness, but for her own protection, so no one could ever allege that she was somewhere that she wasn't.
See, that makes sense. You heard what the judge say. It's not just for the complaining witness's protection, it's also for her protection. So no one can say she was somewhere, because if she's there, the tether would reveal that, right? Now, this woman is already accused of going to this woman's house and fighting her. She's already accused of that, all right? She went to her house and allegedly stabbed her, pepper sprayed her, beat her up, and all sorts kind of stuff. She's already accused of that. So when it's that kind of circumstance, yeah, they're going to put a tether on you, because if this person calls and says you're back at the house, they have to be able to verify that. And when they look at the GPS tether, they'll be able to tell whether or not you were there or not. They will know that this person is either telling the truth or lying, because the tether will reveal it. And you know how Negroes are. You know, they got to be kept track of and all this so kind of foolishness. You can't trust them to not do something ridiculous. So you have to chip them. You know, kind of like you got to chip your poodle when he run out the yard. And then you get on your computer and find him, you know, find out that he down the block, you know, by his GPS chip that's, you know, right under the scruff of his neck. You gotta do Negroes like that too. You have to chip them so you know where they are, especially when they like to come to people's houses and assault them. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
So Bono be
Your Honor, if I could address that as well, I have just been given information that the plaintiff has stated that she has received threatening text messages from the threat.
Up, here we go. You heard what the district attorney said, that the complaining witness has been getting threatening messages from this woman. Now look at the look on the judge's face. Now, obviously, if she has a tether, y'all know there's a no contact order. No contact meaning no physical contact, no contact on social media, no emails, no text, no phone calls, no smoke signals, no carrier pigeons. No messages in a bottle, nothing. But you know, Negroes cannot abide by what you tell them, even if you're a judge. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
No, we object to that. No, she hasn't, Your Honor.
How do you know?
This is just a continuation because she told me she hadn't. She hadn't.
I can say something. I printed out 32 sheets for the detective showing that she made threats towards me. Now I made threats towards her.
Right.
Did you make any threats?
I printed them out.
Did you make any threats to her?
No.
No.
She have been making threats to me over these last 2 years.
You haven't responded.
A regular arguing, but no threats, no violent threats to none.
You have copies of these threats?
Your Honor, I was just informed of that, so.
I told my lawyer, I made him aware.
So let me caution you, the worst thing you could do right now is lie to me about anything.
It's not a lie.
Okay, I'm just forewarning you.
Okay.
So if I find out that you have made threats, we're gonna have a problem, you understand?
No, just like arguing, like with fighting and being hurt, like.
Yes, because the Honorable Judge King don't play that. If he done told you he's a fair judge, he's a very fair brother as a judge. He's probably one of the fairest judges that I've brought y'all. He's very fair. This brother's very fair with folks. He is. But if you cross this brother, he's crossed your head with the judicial sledgehammer if you cross him. If he tells you to not do something and he finds out that you did it, he more than likely will throw your ass back in jail, bond or no bond, especially if he's giving you a signature bond and he finds out that he told you, hey, don't do X, Y, and Z, if there's concrete proof that you've done it, he's crossed your head with the judicial sledgehammer. You don't want to cross him. You don't. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
They terrorize each other, but not violent threats like I will kill her or shoot her or something like that. Nothing
So what
like
are you
that.
saying?
Just in the messages, that's all that is showing.
What are you
Just
saying
her
in the
argument.
message?
Like,
Notice, she's even talking with her arms folded. What does that remind y'all of? Think about it. I want you Negroes to think. What does that remind y'all of when a person is talking with their arms folded? That's what your 5-year-old does. That's what your 6-year-old does when they're being scolded, or they ask for some ice cream and you say no. And they're like, why? Why can't I have ice cream, Dad? Go to your room. They walk off with their arms folded. Notice this woman is talking with her arms folded. She's like a child, man. She's like a child. And she's never going to stop. Her arms are going to remain folded the whole time. You know why? Because, see, they want to be guarded from what other people are saying and doing. But see, they reserve the right to say and do whatever they want to others. See how that works? She's guarding herself from what's being said to her. But she has no problem saying something to someone else. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
she didn't call me on
You're
my
not supposed to
name
have any contact with her at all, right?
through social media because she had my adult picture on social media, so we would go back.
And look, this lady's back, right? And she's back with her phone. She's back with her phone. And she's probably going to give that phone to the judge and show that this woman who's standing up here lying about contacting this woman, she's about to show the judge these text messages. Yeah, that's about to happen. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
Of course, people argue. Then even
You're not
before
supposed to have
then,
any contact, right?
We said since the incident.
Now she's giving the phone to the judge.
yes,
Right, we're saying since the incident, Your Honor, if it is up, it's before October.
and also the video that she's talking about was made 2 weeks after the fight, and the video had nothing to do with her.
That's fine, send me the video right now. After the picture was posted,
And also on the
No,
video,
stop.
after the picture was posted, the assault order posted, she's arguing back and forth with people and telling them whatever. She's like, yeah, tell her she didn't whip my ass, tell her I had her run up in the house, putting the gun in the camera. She on camera with all her mama guns, the extra clips, all of them. Tell that bitch how I had her run up in the house. Matter of fact, my nigga about to get off work.
Not since.
not that villager, that's not
That's
good
all
fight.
before.
That's not, that happened after. It happened after. I'm the video was done.
When was this?
The video, what was the
The
video?
video was happened a week after the fight.
2 weeks after the fight.
It was a week.
I have dates and everything. I have documents that I have at home.
Put your mask up,
You
lady.
can call the detective. I called the detective. This is how they got her. I called the detectives and showed them the video. This is how they ended up going and lock her up. They went and watched the video and went straight and got her. The mama called
Okay,
her.
so this is a text that the complainant sent to you. So you set my sister car on fire. You responded and did, and you're next.
That's not me that she talking about. I never said nobody car on fire. That don't have nothing to do with me, sir. And I have proof that on the documents, I screenshot the date and got it printed out. That video was made 2 weeks after the fight, sir. And also, you can go on my social media. I do post pictures, I admit, all the time of my mom's weapons, but it don't be no threats. And on that video.
Now, you listening to all this yakety, 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 yak, right? Yakety, yak, 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 yak. Oh, she's doing this. Oh, she's posting on social media. Oh, she's making a video about me. Oh, well, that video don't have nothing to do with her. Oh, yeah, I do be posting on social media. Man, these women are immature as shit. First and foremost, these women look like they're about in their 30s and 40s, right? And they're doing this, okay? Grown-ass people. Grown-ass people. And they yakety-yakking back and forth. One of them done been arrested for coming to the other one's house. Then you got this other one. She's texting her about some car being set on fire. Her response is, oh yeah, I set the car on fire, blah, blah, blah. I mean, and these are adults. These are not 12-year-olds. These are grown-ass women. And you know they black asses got kids because they all come with kids. These are people's mothers acting like this. Y'all know I often talk about the criminal justice system managing people's lives. The criminal justice system has to manage these people's lives, and they're standing in a court of law right now arguing over text messages and pictures and posts on social media. Two grown-ass women who probably got a bunch of kids at home. Ugh. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
Why are you being so stupid as to be posting your?
It was stupid. It was stupid. It's something that me just talking
you have
stuff on.
charges that were pending against you.
I never, and on that video, it don't show the Dillinger. It don't show that Dillinger gun. I'm sorry, man.
Now, you hear what the judge asked her. Like, why would you do something so stupid? You got pending charges of assault, weapons charges, battery. You got all this going on in court. So what do you turn around and do? Post guns on Facebook. Post threats on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah. I say again, these are grown-ass people doing this. Your ass accused of multiple felonies. The last thing your black ass should be doing is posting guns and threats on social media. But these people are jesters. They're comedy, man. You can't even take these people seriously. They don't have the wherewithal, nor do they have time and spatial awareness. Because if you ask me, when your ass being face down by 8 felonies, social media should probably be the last thing on your mind at that point. But women like this, nope. I'm going to get on Facebook and threaten people. I'm going to show guns. I'm going to put videos cursing you out. And like I said, these women are probably some unfortunate kid's mother. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
It don't, on that video, it don't show the gun that they said that I had. On that video, it showed that the gun that my mom, that the other victim said that she had, and the other weapons that my mom that are
Are you
licensed.
licensed to carry a gun?
Yes, I'm licensed, but them guns are like in my mom's name. They never been used.
You have a CPL?
Yes, I have a T.P.O.T. But I don't have a gun. I don't own a gun. I don't own a gun and I don't have a gun. But she knows that I'm known to have a gun because she's with my kid's dad, and he knows that.
See? This is what it's all about. Now we get to the nucleus of it. This woman that's on the stand, the complaining witness, is with this woman's ex. There you have it. This woman has kids with this woman's current man. That's what this is really all about. This woman has a problem with this other woman because she's with her baby daddy. See, it all comes out in the end when jesters come to the king's court. It all comes out in the end. That's what this is all about. That's why she at her house fighting her and allegedly stabbing her and doing all this kind of foolishness. That's what it's all about. And then, of course, you know, women, they just can't live without social media. So, you know, it spills onto that and they threaten each other and post this and post that. And look at the look on the judge's face. He's like, God, these black hoes are stupid. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
And also, she knew that my mom have a gun because, like I said, we be on social media all the
You think I
time.
should take the tether off of her with all this commotion?
I turned myself in because of this.
And the judge is like, you want me to take the tether off of her? After hearing all of this, you want me to remove this person's tether? This person, who's obviously immature, all right, out of control and uncivilized, but you don't want me to keep track of her. Yeah, right. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
Like
I wasn't talking to you.
Shut your ass up.
I'm sorry. I thought he was responding to me.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
I think that would be best. And I don't know if you want me to hear any more of this.
No.
Or dig any deeper.
I don't.
Okay. But I'll continue.
Okay, Lana, thanks a lot.
Sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, of course, they got to make her sit down because, see, as this woman walks out, a fight might break out inside the courtroom. So they got to go ahead and stand there, make her sit down so they can walk this other lady out so a damn scrap don't break out in there. Because you heard this woman. I can just imagine how she is out in the world. I can just imagine how she is. But we continue. Look, arms folded the whole goddamn time. I hate to see a woman like this. I hate to see a woman who stands with her damn arms folded. She's sitting with her arms folded. She's talking with her arms folded. That bothers me, man. Because I think that says a lot about you. It says a lot about you. You can barely contain your damn self. And the only way you can contain yourself is by keeping your arms folded. It says a lot about you as a person. You're one of those people who want to be guarded from everything, but at the same time, you want to be belligerent and volatile as hell with everybody else. And there's probably going to be a damn fight out in the goddamn hallway. Because like I said, that's what it's really all about, man. The fact that this man is with this woman now, and she's her, and the guy is her ex. That's what it's all about, man. That's the nucleus of this whole cluster, this whole freaking storm of ridiculousness and arguing back and forth on Facebook. She at this woman's house and ain't got no business there. She has no business there. Now, I don't know what's going on with the other woman. We can only go by what we've heard thus far. But this is some court jester nonsense here. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I wouldn't be surprised if her ass will be in here sometime down the road facing some other charges. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But as it stands now, out of the 8 charges that she was charged with, the judge dismissed 5 of them. The other 3 are going forward. So, we'll see what happens. If I happen to come across this case as it moves along, I will bring it to you. But I can only imagine how it's going to be. I advise her lawyer. I'll give her lawyer some legal advice as far as his client is concerned. Don't put her black ass on the stand. You probably don't want to put her on the stand. But we're going to call it there. But before we go, I'm going to hit y'all in the head with T.P.O.T's bonus clip. Yeah, it's time for a bonus clip because y'all know I always got one for y'all. This here is about some gesturism as well, but not necessarily the participant. Because the brother's standing up here and he's at a preliminary exam. And, you know, like I said before, the preliminary exam, you know, they kind of get you in there to see if the case is going to go forward. This brother here, he's being accused, I believe, of assault and battery or something like that. So let's get at it. And as always, fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
Calling case 2260362, people of the state of Michigan versus Antonio Destin Johnson. Defendant is charged with count 1 assault with intent to do great bodily harm, thus to murder by strangulation. Count 2 assault with a dangerous weapon. Count 3 domestic violence. Defendant has an habitual offender for defense notice. Appearances for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Celebrating for the people, P number 60249.
Good morning, Your Honor. Earl Washington, Neighborhood Defender Service, P31383, on behalf of Mr. Antonio Johnson.
Tell me your name for the record, sir.
Antonio Johnson.
There's a date and time set for exam. Are you ready to proceed?
Your Honor, I am not able to proceed at this time.
Now, as y'all have seen before, the district attorney says she cannot proceed. More than likely because the complaining witness did not show up to the preliminary exam. So this brother's case is about to get dismissed because after she's done speaking, his attorney is going to move to have the charges dismissed because the complaining witness did not show up. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
The complaining witness in this case is Chelsea Smith. And I will indicate I'm very shocked that she is not here. She actually emailed the OIC yesterday indicating that she had received a text message, several text messages from the defendant.
Okay. Now, got the judge's attention because she's saying that, the complaining witness told the district attorney that the brother's been texting her. Now, that kind of crap, Judge King does not like, but we continue.
As well as a picture with a picture of a tether that was up. So I'm surprised that she's not here. I just emailed texting OIC and said that she wasn't here. The OIC just sent a text message to me saying,
Look at the brother, he rocking. He rocking. Like these damn women be rocking back and forth. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use. And look at the judge. The judge is like, you been doing this, Negro? But we continue.
she said she's having car trouble.
Your Honor,
I can't move forward without her, but I would ask for an adjournment.
Well, one problem.
Now, this is something that you don't often see, right? The district attorney wants to adjourn it to get a chance to bring the lady in. Usually she doesn't do this. So maybe, just maybe, she was assured that this woman would come in, but the woman has not. So what the district attorney wants, she wants to adjourn it to get another chance for this woman to come in. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
What I have is that you had to contact her as opposed to her trying to let us know where she's at.
and Your Honor, we certainly would object to any adjournment in this matter. I would add, Your Honor, that Mr. Johnson has his tether on his ankle. What was emailed was not his tether. It's even a different type. So if the court wishes to view, the tether is on his ankle. Moreover, he has been receiving text messages, and I believe this is from the complainant, in the way of harassment. If the court wishes to take a look at that, I can show the prosecutor.
Now, his lawyer is a little different than the last case. His lawyer's like, look, I got the text from, this woman. The district attorney is trying to say that he sent her pictures of his tether and all this kind of stuff. And his lawyer's like, wait a minute. How is he going to be able to do that? His tether is on his leg. And not only that, it's a different type of tether. So what we have here, this complaining witness who didn't show up is probably like the woman we just saw in the last case. Yeah, she's probably one of those. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
And show the court that.
What's the nature of the harassment?
Well, from my reading of the text messages that's been sent, she's using abusive language. Mr. Johnson came with his fiance. It appears to be, the complainant appears to be jealous of the defendant's fiance.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This man is her ex. He's with another woman. Didn't I tell you? This woman that we don't see, this invisible jester, I should say, is exactly like the woman we just saw in the last case. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time she felt charged.
This is the 20th time. Like, I've been in jail, got out because she would come to court, right? She wrote my parole officer a threatening letter, threatening her, me, and the prosecutor. She's threatening my fiance that's pregnant. She's due any day now. I gotta take.
You hear what the brother is saying? She wrote his parole officer, threatened his fiance, threatened him, threatened the DA. Yeah, she's a live one. A real live court jester. But we continue. Fair use, Negroes. Fair use.
It's a hospital right after this. She came to my house, busted my window out.
Did you make a police report?
My fiance. She jumped on my fiance a couple weeks ago in the parking lot of Uber in Manchester. I've just been getting harassed. Like, all I'm trying to do is be a father. You know, I got my kids. She got CPS calls on her, and I got my kids, and I'm trying to raise my kids correctly. And she's really mad because my kids are in the house with me and my fiance.
Court is going to dismiss this matter without prejudice.
Thank
Need a
you.
dismissal order, Mr. Washington?
Yes, I've already filled mine out.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Judge King is dismissing this. Yeah, it's dismissed. It's dismissed because, see, his lawyer showed the district attorney the text that this woman has been sending this brother. And notice, the lawyer who wanted an adjournment does not object at all, because she looked at those texts and seen that the brother is not lying. There is no objection. The judge is dismissing this without prejudice, because it's been proven that this woman here is a jester trying to ruin the brother's life because he's moved on. But shout out to this brother. He didn't let himself get caught up in it. He didn't respond. He didn't text her back. He didn't fly off the handle. He didn't get argumentative. And when the judge asked him, he just spoke clear with clarity and explained what's going on. And before he could even finish, the judge is like, this case is dismissed. Because if there was something that this district attorney could hold on to, she would have held on to it. That's why this case is going away. Because even she realizes now, after looking at those documents and those texts, that the person that claims to be the complaining witness and was supposed to be here is a jester in the king's court. And it's crazy, man, because oftentimes what happens, especially in this type of thing, right, where you have some woman who has a problem with her ex, the ex is with another woman, and you know, they're using the criminal court system, you know, to try to I don't know, take pot shots at the brother's life and at the woman's life, and which is rather immature. Yeah, I get it. You know, you done left you, your heart broken, and it bothers you and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, as an adult, man, you have to learn to cut your losses, man, and move on. Move on. That's what being an adult is. Trying to ruin someone else's life, man, isn't going to improve yours. Now, you may be petty enough that it makes you feel better temporarily, but if ruining someone else's life gives you satisfaction, that says a lot about you. That means the barrier isn't that high for you to be satisfied. Because all that energy that you expend, all that energy that you burn trying to make someone's life hell, you could be using that energy to improve your life. Because these things take time. It takes energy. It takes effort to do this, to be on social media and threatening a person and calling them and texting them and showing up at their house and breaking their window out and fighting and also kind of foolishness. To what end? What gets solved from that? What's the end result? Nothing. Because all this nonsense has a shelf life, right? And at the end of it all, when the shelf life is over and the expiration date is up on it, people move on. And you've done all of that. Why? Just to end up looking like a jester. But that's all. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. As always, you could have spent your time anywhere. You decided to spend it here with T.P.O.T, and it is appreciated. I don't take your good folks lightly, man. I never have and I never will. You got my word on that. So, with that, I will leave you good folk with 3 words, you know, like I always do. Open your mind. Peace, folk.
Only from T.P.O.T Media. Open your mind.